What up, Blake?
Hey.
Fucker. I'll be brave and I'll say it.
You
Fucker.
can't say that it's Pride Month.
No, because I'm celebrating LGBTQIA fuckery.
Okay. I think they call it goonery.
Do they?
Yeah.
I thought gooning was masturbating.
That's what the G in LGBTQIA is for, is gooning. Hello, boys. Hello, gals. And hello, non-binary. You know what? Scratch it. Hello, non-binary pals. That's it. Welcome to the judgiest place on the internet. My name is Josh, and I am the accepting one.
My name is Rick. And I can't think of a superlative.
You're the B.
You don't have to.
And my name's Christian.
And we are
The
Judgies.
Back and beacher than ever.
Ish. Vacation vibes. Not necessarily beach, just vacation vibes.
All of these
what I
clothes could
said.
be worn on a beach.
Okay.
There's no rules on the beach.
On the beach. Beach.
Okay.
So you can wear whatever clothes you want to the beach.
Sure.
You ever been to a nude beach? There's rules there, baby.
You aren't
Yeah.
forced to be nude.
Some are. I don't know. I immediately can't back this up.
Most beaches are never nude, but some beaches are nude, but it's not always nude.
You have to get nude before you get on the beach.
Yeah.
That's kind of the most exciting part of it.
Yeah.
You also can't be aroused by the time you get to the beach.
And that fourth voice you're hearing isn't disembodied voice Aurora. That's my creature, my freak, my girlfriend, my creech. Aurora's so pretty, I know you smell not shitty.
Oh.
The laugh in the face and the smile you can't replace. She'll stick you and prick you if you don't buy her stickers. It's Aurora!
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Have you been on before?
No, I've never been
Oh,
here.
well,
I've
I'm
never.
So glad you've joined
Got it.
us.
Have you listened? Do you know what the show's about?
No.
Fuck.
Do you guys read like murder stories or?
We have in the past, for sure.
In the
It's
past.
not exclusively murder, but we've
Okay.
dabbled.
Yeah, there was one about
I'm
the
in.
crows.
I'm in. I'm here. Let's do this.
Hell yeah.
Hey,
I'm sorry, Aurora. We'll tell the people why you're here in a second, but first let's get to that docket.
we got a thick docket coming up. This week, we have a last-minute change in wedding plans. A friend that refuses to buy a new bathing suit. A bride gets mad at her brother's +1. A girlfriend wants to know how to save the relationship after her boyfriend drops some devastating news.
Oh boy.
A listener tells us about their experience of sharing an iCloud account with their parent.
Oh no.
And a boyfriend wants to know if he's overreacting to his girlfriend's shower habits. And for the circle, George,
Whoa.
you better buckle the fuck in, because it's a doozy.
Oh boy.
Hopefully.
Oh. I'm gonna drive, so go from the left.
That had a dock vein on it. That was a thick docket.
Thank you.
Holy shit.
A
Yeah.
dock vein. Shut
Yeah.
up.
They got rid of the dock vein in Snickers bars.
Did they really?
Yeah. It's fucked up.
They don't taste as good anymore.
Yeah. You got freaking
Imagine.
uncirced Snicks.
I don't
You
think you
don't
should
take
call
the
them that.
veins out when you get circumcised.
Yeah. In Britain, they do.
I was really hoping they did, because my doctor's got some explaining to do down there.
You ever try to give blood and then like none of the veins in your arm are working?
Yeah.
No.
And then you can finish the rest of the joke in your head. Aurora, what's up?
Hey.
What are you here to do?
I'm here to talk about my stickers.
That's
also,
right.
have a good time.
And to have a good time.
Which one's
yeah.
more important?
My stickers, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's Aurora's Creature Corner .store. It's in the description. It's always been in the description. Go ahead and check it out. We got
Look at that. Holy shit.
she's got a business card. And what, 2 new stickers you're launching right now? Well, have been launched already.
Okay.
Yeah, they've been launched for a little bit. I've got this good old friend, It's a little baby beaver in a quilt, looking all
Sleepy time
comfy.
beaver.
Yeah, just looking comfy and friendly. And then I've got this frog having a martini, looking
Ooh.
sly, looking good, wearing a beret. You know, you can put them wherever you want. They're pretty cool. Just go to, everybody, take a look. Go to Aurora's Creature Corner.store.
Ooh, I like this
to
frog.
find
the
them.
martini
Yeah, the
frog a
frog
lot.
is sick.
Support a small business, why don't you?
Yes, please.
Why don't you?
Come on.
And I have more where those two came from. I've got more creatures, and on my Instagram, that is at Crust Toucher.
2 T's.
2 T's. I post about my creatures. I'm going
And
to do them a little
she
bit
touches
more
some
often.
crust, maybe.
Yes, and I do touch crust. I actually really, really want to make homemade sandwich bread. I've been like fantasizing about that for a week. But that's not about my stickers. But I can totally draw a piece of bread. So yeah, there's that. Thank you so much for
Thank you,
listening,
Aurora.
everybody. I love you all. Follow me. Check out my website. I ship them myself, and I write a little personalized note with every single order.
Woo woo!
And you get bonus sticker with every order.
No, you don't. Oh,
you?
yes, you do.
Yeah.
It's my logo.
Yeah.
But like I don't feel like. Anyway, Blake, help me out.
That's just a little
With
self
what?
promo. Blake, drop the balloons.
Thank you.
But we aren't just here to plug my girlfriends. What?
Whoa.
What the hell?
We're also here to read
Whoa.
Reddit stories. And are they all Reddit stories? Was that an assumption?
They are all Reddit stories this week.
And sometimes I make an ass out of you and me, and sometimes Christian is the one going online and finding silly little stories. Let's get into
Sometimes they come from r/wedding shaming.
Okay, I definitely got this story sent to me a couple of times.
Yeah, we got it sent to us a whole lot of times.
Yeah, this story's nuts.
Really cool person. Doesn't have a great title. Wedding date changed last minute to a weekday in another state.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
And it's basically just emails from the bride to her wedding party. This person's crazy. We want to make you aware of critically important information.
This first one's from the bride.
This one is from the bride.
Okay.
The ceremony date is now June 27th. What day does that fall on? Somebody's special's birthday.
Joshua James's birthday.
Drake
This man.
Bell.
Ooh.
Wait,
Blake, bleep that one.
Yeah.
This ceremony day is now June 27th, and the location has changed. Please note this down carefully.
Hang on. June 27th this year falls on a Friday.
correct. That's
Yeah.
a weekday.
Hardly. If you say, "Oh, I have this thing," it's on a weekday. My first 4 guesses aren't Friday.
Wednesday.
That's true.
Wednesday.
Friday's
is my
the
first
least
guess.
weekday.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. However,
Yeah.
Still weekday.
Friday weddings.
Oh, I understand.
You got to
All right.
take a day off work.
Yeah.
You do gotta take a day off work.
I already get it off.
And if it's in a different state, you got to take 2
More,
days, probably,
yeah.
maybe, sometimes.
The bride says, "We've decided we want to have a church ceremony in addition to our planned beach ceremony and reception. The officiant of our choice does not do weddings at locations outside of his church. So having a church ceremony is very important to us morally and ethically.
Ethically, okay.
We are canceling the beach ceremony to spare redundancies. There will still be a reception on the beach, though." Let me get to a bigger picture here. The ceremony will now be on June 27th at 2 p.m. at blank in Oregon.
2 p.m. on a Friday is a weekday.
Yeah, that's a weekday.
told
If
you.
it was at like maybe 5, that's half a weekday.
So it's on Friday, June 27th at 2 p.m. in Oregon. The reception will be the following day at blanked out Washington State. It's some town in Washington State.
Oh.
If you can't
So
make
we're
the
going
27th,
from Oregon to Washington State.
you gotta cross state lines. That's crazy for a wedding.
I mean, I've crossed state lines to go to a wedding and a reception.
Really?
Between,
Wisconsin and Iowa, yeah. And we came from Illinois.
that's crazy.
I'm just saying, there's a, like, if you're all
They
within
had
the
their
border.
ceremony in Wisconsin,
Correct.
and you went to a reception in Iowa,
Correct.
I think he's just saying
all
they're
on
right
the same day.
They're on the
Correct.
is a border
I'm
town.
just saying, if it's all around the same border, it's not that crazy.
Whatever.
We
It's
don't
not
know
that
this,
crazy.
though. We don't know if it is.
It was Bettendorf, Iowa.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it was. It was fine.
If you can't make the 20,
Oh yeah, I was there.
if you can't make the 27th, we understand, but please be aware that this will be the only opportunity to participate in professional photos. Heads up to the bridesmaids, we kindly ask you wear this yellow dress for the 27th. Still reserve the gray dress that you already purchased to wear on the 28th, though. After viewing the interior of the church, the gray just would not work, so thank you so much. Groomsmen, yellow ties will be provided to you on the day of the ceremony, which is kind of crazy that bridesmaids buy a whole new dress. Groomsmen, hey, we got you.
Also, the fact that they have gray bridesmaids dresses
Yeah,
for
ew.
a beach wedding. Ugh.
Gross. Also, gray in general. Well, I'm just being a hater right now.
Not our cat.
No, not our cat, but gray is like a dress color for anything.
Because Gray is a general.
Yeah.
She did war crimes.
Oh, absolutely, she did. That's why she's so skittish now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's got really bad PTSD.
She's got bad PTSD. But changing yellow to gray is an insane choice.
Yeah.
Changing a dress color, however late or soon this notification is
I mean,
insane.
If it's June, so they have this month, maybe they had 6 weeks to figure this out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's impossible.
Groomsmen, you'll have ties provided. If you have any concerns, go ahead and reach out to our super girly wedding planner. They have their name crossed out. It's somewhere else in the email.
Megan.
Thanks. Can't wait to celebrate with you.
It is Megan.
And then this is a response from a bridesmaid coming from across the country who's also a relative of the groom. They have this all up in the top corner here. So, am I understanding the above message correctly to mean that your wedding ceremony is now on a weekday during the day? If so, I have to admit I'm pretty surprised and disappointed. My family booked tickets months in advance to travel to Washington, and the church appears to now be several hours away, necessitating another hotel stay. Between that and the unexpected day off work, we can't afford this extra day. I was not participating for the party aspect so much as the special memory of seeing you and husband get married and be part of this milestone. If I'm misunderstanding something or if there's another ceremony that will be happening on the 20th, I apologize for the confusion, but please let me know ASAP.
Wait, the original wedding was on the 20th?
28th,
Oh.
And they moved it to the 27th, the day before
the ceremony.
the ceremony.
The reception is still happening on the beach on the 28th.
The bride replies, please, let's be respectful and take this offline. Ladies,
'Cause
friendly
this is all a
reminder.
group chat.
Oh my
I
god.
thought it was email.
Yes, a group email.
Oh.
She reply all.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's
Well,
what
yeah.
you do.
Sorry, I'm not trying to take over your story.
Ladies, friendly reminder, contact wedding planner directly with any concerns as to not spam everyone's inbox. K thanks, spelled KTHYX.
Oh my god.
Quick update and reminders. Hi, everyone. We are so excited to have you as members of our wedding party. Thank you to those of you who actually care and stuck with us. A few quick notes, to-dos, and FYIs. General, we'll no longer be using a wedding planner. Blank and I are just too quirky to fit into a box. We're doing things our own way. Please do not contact Megan with any more questions. She is no longer involved with the planning of this wedding. 2, please come early on the 28th because we have been unable to secure enough chairs. We won't really need them. We'll be dancing all night anyways.
What?
3, if you're in the wedding party, you are not expected to send a gift. Your presence at our special day is a gift enough. And they'll come back later when you see why they can't even afford a gift in this economy. As previously stated, we are unable to accommodate any dietary needs or requests, so please bring your own food if you require that. 4, after some careful consideration, we've decided that with the exception of our boys, this wedding will be child-free. That does also include the reception, so please plan accordingly. This is crazy stuff to get at last minute.
Yeah.
5, we have special goodie bags for all the members of the wedding party available for the pickup at the venue. Spoiler alert, it includes a plan, so if you're traveling internationally, please plan accordingly.
Oh my god.
Here's a couple things going just to the bridesmaids. This one's for the girlies. If you're over 5'5", please get these flats linked below, instead of the initially requested heels. Makeup will be $300 a person per day.
Is that a lot?
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't have to get it if you don't want to on the 28th, but we kindly insist all bridesmaids get it on the 27th if you want to be included in any of the photos.
If you don't get your makeup done professionally for $300, you can't be in the photos. Nuts.
For reception day, we'll be getting ready starting at 6:45 a.m. at our Airbnb. For the ceremony day, we'll be getting ready at the venue, time to be determined. If you're not there on the 28th by 7 a.m., you will not be let in. To ensure things run on a timely schedule, nobody wants to repeat of the batch. They had a bad time at the bachelorette party.
Oh, I need to hear that story
the
too.
This one goes out to the groomsmen. Per tradition, the groom cannot see the bride the day of the ceremony prior to the ceremony. So unfortunately, there's nowhere for y'all to get ready on the 28th since you basically just need ties. This is no biggie.
Where are we going to drink our beers?
We're about to get there. Some people are going to get together at blank pub beforehand, so feel free to coordinate amongst yourselves.
This is the most offensive part to me yet. But the boys need a place to hang,
Boys-
not in public.
Well, the bride is telling the boys to figure it out for themselves.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
I agree.
I was on her side until this part.
Yeah.
No, you were
What?
not. Joshua, tell me you're lying.
She'll get you back on your side with this one. Hi.
Hello.
Quick,
Okay. I'm
a
in.
few more quick updates and gentle reminders. After some careful consideration, we decided that there will be no speeches.
That's fine.
Also,
Okay.
only confirmed Catholic bridesmaids and groomsmen are permitted to stand with us during the ceremony. Not our rules. The church is Sawi, and they write Sawi. Also, some of you have not paid the $25 per plate person deposit for food, which sets a poor example to the other guests, as y'all are the wedding party.
How would the other guests know?
Yeah. Would you display it?
You like wear a pin that says "I paid."
Yeah.
Also, wouldn't that be covered by the wedding?
Yes.
Havers?
The price of the
I feel like-
catering, right?
Hey, we'll get to that to the next line here. We're kindly insisting each member of the wedding party also chip in $655 for expenses. I'm sorry to ask this at this point, but it's customary for the wedding party to just offer, I guess.
That's insane.
And then she put this emoji.
Shrugging shoulders.
If you don't drink, we gently suggest you seriously consider whether or not you really want to come to this reception. This is meant to be a
Whoa.
once-in-a-lifetime celebration, and it only takes one wet blanket to snuff out everyone's fire.
No.
This is a personal choice for you to make. We will offer translation services for those who need them. Please direct your guests who require such services to sit in the back on the left at both functions. That's kind of nice. That's what the $650 is going towards.
From each
A
wedding
translator.
party member.
There will be 30 minutes of open bar before the other guest arrives as a thank you to our #1 ever wedding party. I love y'all.
Okay, well at least they got a compliment at the end.
And then they have 2 more messages here. Hey, ladies and himbos. Would anyone be interested in helping us get a wedding cake? You'll be shouted out specifically during the ceremony. If so, just a reminder, it has to be dairy free. Thanks.
like a
love y'all so much.
They have to have a dairy-free cake, but they won't accommodate anybody else's dietary needs.
Yeah.
Well, they can't look out for everybody.
Okay, are we done with the
One last important, read this. If you're no longer participating in our wedding, pulling out just days before the ceremony, we totally understand. But please be advised, we won't forget who stood with us or not.
or not?
Hardy. Love you, ladies.
Hardy?
Well, they just had hearts emojis.
Okay.
And that's the end.
All right, I have a question.
Whew.
Why are you upset, Erica?
Why am I
What?
upset about what?
The whole thing.
Because these requests are fucking insane.
But
Yeah,
isn't
so much money
but
requested
isn't
from each person.
the wedding for the wedding havers?
You're a freak, Josh.
And if the people don't
You
want
are
to
a
do it,
freak.
then they don't do it.
Yeah.
Well, they'll remember, though.
And that's fine. You just don't be friends with them anymore.
Correct.
I think they're going to lose a lot of friends over
Yeah.
Well, that's their problem. That's not my problem.
But I think
So
we
we
can
are
still
judging
be
this
upset
person.
about it.
I think there's one reason why you should be upset about it.
Okay.
It's
not
stealing-
having a bar to drink at.
Well, okay, there's 2 reasons. The boys need a place to drink some brews, first of all.
Okay.
Secondly, it's stealing the spotlight from other people who might have their birthdays on that day.
Yes.
Oh,
That's 2
my
things that you might
goodness.
be upset about.
Well, that's why they're doing
course.
it early. That way you
Yeah.
have plenty of time at night.
I'm going to this wedding. is
We
the
did get
thing.
invited.
I have a yellow tie already.
Did you
Do you-
pay the
yeah.
$25 plate fee?
Also, did
I'm not
you
eating.
pitch in $650? Also, are you
Also-
going to pay $300
Per day.
That's only
twice
for the wedding
for
party.
makeup?
That's only for the wedding party.
But you have a yellow tie, so you're going to be in the wedding party.
So
no,
what
I'm
we're
just
at?
matching the wedding party.
We're at $12.75 for every
so
bridesmaid.
far, so
and that's
far,
not
2
including
dresses.
like helping with the cake that needs to be
Shoes or-
dairy free.
yeah.
Shoes,
We
2
also- yeah,
dresses.
We didn't include how much the price of the 2 dresses were either. The $12.75
Which-
was just makeup and
and asking to pitch in.
yeah.
Yeah, but I don't have to pay for that. I'm a guy.
Can I get $650 for our wedding? I forgot to ask you day of.
I was gonna say like, obviously I think the really big fucked up thing is like obviously like this is what it's like weddings are like they're not just for the people getting married, right? They're for everybody and like people have already made their travel plans and then to change it like this is so fucked up. Especially like, you know, people even if it wasn't Oregon, Washington, there's people are gonna be flying in from out of state regardless.
Yeah.
And you're moving in.
But
It's
it
just-
sounds like internationally as well.
Yeah.
yeah, probably I assume from Canada, yeah. Given the geographical location. But yeah, it's yeah, bad person, I guess.
Yeah, very
Just
bad.
Very
person.
bad.
Just
We've had worse people.
We've had worse
For sure,
people.
for sure.
I guess they have very high expectations.
Yeah.
And I don't think they'd be very nice in
They
person.
just seem very
No.
entitled.
Okay, but
Yes.
here's a question. Okay. What are the chances that these people were never like this before and now people are just now finding out that they're sacks of shit?
Ooh, that would be a hard pill to swallow.
Like I wonder how this story got posted to Reddit because like who is in that circle close enough and is friends with this person close enough and just now is like, look at how crazy this person's being.
well, this is kind of a Pete Hugsford or whatever the fuck his name.
somebody accidentally got added to the group
Yeah,
chat.
he got added to the signal chat. Sorry.
Yeah. Because
It was Megan.
It does not surprise me that somebody can be this much of a just like
A freak.
loser. Yeah,
Yeah.
just like an absolute fucking loser. But I find it strange that people close to them are like surprised almost. It sounds
Yeah.
like it's like they already said that the batch went bad.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like what are you expecting? People don't change on a dime.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like the batch went bad because they didn't have good communication and timeline set up. This time they had it figured out. This time they did plenty of communication.
Yeah.
And they have a hard end.
Well, and somebody did come and didn't want to. They wanted to. Somebody came to the batch party, and they asked for a seat, and that kind of threw a wrench in a spanner in the works.
Well, we only saved 10 seats.
And they're like,
and
well, there shouldn't be any seats.
Because we're
They're trying
dancing
to
all
dance
night.
all
We're trying to
night.
dance all
and
night.
now you're a wet blanket on my fire.
And no seats equals no food, by the way.
That's true. Does a wet blanket puts out everyone's fire? Is that this full saying?
I don't know.
I've only heard the term wet blanket used as like you're a loser.
Yeah.
Same.
It's like you pee the bed, right?
Oh, I've never associated with that in general. I've
Oh.
never really
I've
thought
just
about
thought
it
it
though.
like water. Like
I just think a
not
wet
like
blanket
pee.
sucks.
A wet blanket does suck, huh?
Yeah. Like it's like
Fuck.
there's one thing a blanket's supposed to do,
Yeah.
which is be dry.
Yeah, if
And
you ever
warm.
if you
There's
ever
two
pull out a
things.
blanket from the dryer and it got like
Oh.
folded up wrong and you
No.
get one wet spot, it does. You know what?
Yeah.
It puts out my fire.
yeah.
And of course, that's at 10 o'clock at night when you're trying to go to bed. And
Yeah.
It's always at 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Next story. Are we ready for the next story? Next story from r/Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for making my friend buy me a whole new bathing suit after it was ruined with a shit stain?
What happened to it? It was what?
Ruined?
Ruined?
Am I the asshole for making my friend buy me a whole new bathing suit?
After what?
It was ruined.
Ruined.
RuneScape.
So this happened a couple weeks ago, and there's still tension in the friend group over it. So I figured, hey, I'll ask Reddit. So I figured, hey, I'll ask the Judgies. I, 19 female, went on a girls' trip to Miami with some friends. One of my friends, 21 female, we'll call her Mia, asked to borrow one of my bathing suits since she forgot to pack one, which is insane. You go on a trip to Miami and you forget any bathing suits?
Well, it's not like Miami's a coastal city.
It is though, isn't it?
Well, it's not like it. It is.
Okay.
The thing is, I've gone on trips and thought, damn it, should have brought a bathing suit. Normally, it's because there's a pool at the hotel.
See, yes, that's normal. Also, if you're going to a place that you're gonna be in the ocean or you know you're gonna be in a pool like you are in Florida, because
Swimsuits,
everywhere has a pool,
that's
you have
the
to have
first thing
multiple
you pack.
swimsuits. It'd be like, oh, I only brought one swimsuit and it's already wet. Could I borrow another swimsuit?
Yeah.
The fact they didn't pack a single swimsuit is crazy to me.
Molly is really trying to turn off the cameras. She's really trying to step on the...
You're trying your best.
She's really trying to cause a ruckus over here. I'm defending it with my outstretched leg.
Molly, come stand by me. I'll pet you. Come
Mia forgot to pack one.
Come here.
I was fine with it, so I let her wear a matching two-piece set that I had only worn a few times. Before giving it to her, I was aware that she had IBS. She's been open about it before, and I didn't think it would be an issue. I figured she'd take care of it, and if something did happen, she'd be honest about it. Well, fast forward to the end of the trip, she gives the bathing suit back to me. I don't look closely at it right away because I just shove it into my suitcase to wash later. And when I finally get around to doing my laundry, I saw that the bottoms had a visible shit stain.
Oh, no.
Oh, my
I
God.
was mortified. What did I say? I was mortified.
She's a brick shit house. I was mortified.
I was mortified. It was clearly washed, but like not well enough. And although some of the girls disagree, it was definitely ruined in my opinion. I tried my
What
best
was
on
it?
that one. I texted her about it and she apologized, saying she wasn't feeling great that day and that she did her best to clean it. But the fabric's light colored and very thin, so the stain just is there. I told her she'd need to replace the bathing suit since the matching bottoms aren't sold anymore. That meant getting me a whole new bathing suit. She said she would only pay for new bottoms because the top's still fine. I told her that doesn't work for me because the bathing suit was a matching set, and now I can't wear it at all. She's calling me inconsiderate and said I knew she was struggling with IBS. A few girls are saying that I should have just said no if I didn't want to risk something happening to them.
No.
They also say I'm being too harsh since it's just the bathing suit. And she didn't do it on purpose, but I feel like if you ruin someone's clothing, you should replace them. Period. So, am I the asshole?
Wait,
No.
was it a period or poop?
It was a poop. I just feel like you shouldn't be borrowing somebody else's intimate clothing like a swimsuit if you have IBS.
What?
If you have frequent shitting problems, you shouldn't be borrowing someone else's clothes.
And then also
there-
being upset when you have to replace it.
Yeah, if there's
is
a
just
risk that you're going to
hypocritical.
shit your pants in someone else's pants, you don't borrow those pants.
You just buy some. You buy some.
Literally, you're telling me that in all of Miami, there's not a single place that you could buy a fucking swimsuit? They've got thrift stores.
Well, it's not like it's a coastal city.
It's not like that it is, but
Right,
it is.
right.
Right.
I disagree with your premise, but
How? Explain yourself.
I mean, anybody could shit their pants at any moment.
Sure, but when
Go.
you...
And it's completely out of the blue. That's the thing.
But when you have frequent shitting your pants problems,
Yeah.
where the likelihood of you shitting your pants is increased,
I still think it's fine. I think
No.
I think anybody.
Wrong.
I
Wrong.
think anybody can borrow pants. I think it just should be, if you shit in them, you should pay to replace them.
correct.
But on the other hand, the person's being kind of annoying where they're like, you have to pay for a two-piece. It's like, fuck you.
I disagree.
Buy a bottom. Like, I think that's fine. I think
Josh,
that's normal.
You're not a girl.
You don't understand.
You can
You
match
don't
the
get
top
it.
with
You
other
do
bottoms.
not.
No.
You do not get
This is
to talk about
ridiculous.
this. You're not a girl.
I do get to talk about it. I have a
No.
podcast.
I
That's
know
like
you
the
have a
whole
podcast.
thing.
I'm saying no though.
saying no. There are definitely swim tops that are like, oh, you can mix and match this and
Yeah.
you know do whatever, but there are some that are very specific and you
If it's a
cannot match
specific
it.
pattern.
If it's a specific dye color,
I think it's getting blown a bit out of proportion.
What if there's like frills on it? You
How-
can't match that shit.
How expensive of a swimsuit is your how inexpensive of a swimsuit does it have to be for you to not care anymore? Like if it was a $15 swimsuit, are you like you have to buy me a new one?
no, I probably would not even address it with the person ever.
Yeah, I would just be like, oh wow, why did I get this with no warning?
I
Cowards.
would not bring it up. I'd be like, oh, that's really unfortunate, and I would
Yeah.
throw them away.
Yeah.
I would just have to borrow a swimsuit the next trip we go on, and then I'd purposely shit them.
No.
There you go.
Listen, if me and Christian are on a vacation and he shits in my swimsuit,
Which is likely to happen.
I'm gonna be like, dude, what the fuck?
Oh, my bad.
And then I'm gonna say, you have to buy me a new one. If he says no, and I'd say, all right.
You gotta buy me a 2-piece. I'm like, I
I'm
don't even
just
know.
now hey, once bitten, twice shy, I guess.
I don't even know men's came in 2 pieces. I guess I'll get you the 2-piece.
Shit in my swim trunks once, shame on me.
Yeah,
I think is what I'm going for here. Shit in my swim trunks twice, shame on
Let's
you.
party.
that's actually it.
I don't know. I just feel like shame on this person who shit the pants because you should be like, hey dude, I had an incident.
Yes.
I'll buy you a new one. Like, my bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then also B, you shouldn't be borrowing them if you're gonna shit your pants
Exactly.
probably.
Also, if it is so known that all of your friends know too,
Yeah.
like, come on, dude. Just fucking buy one. Buy one that's not, I don't know, a pastel color. Get like a black swimsuit. They look good on everyone.
Okay,
True.
she cooking over
And
here.
then one, if it's yours, if you buy this, your shit stain won't be as visible.
That's
It'll
why
stink.
you
You'll
wear-
be stinking.
This is why you wear black.
Yeah.
I can't believe you guys are being so ableist right now. This is
You're a
crazy.
freak, Josh.
How are we being ableist,
I think
Joshua?
anybody with IBS can borrow clothes because I
Ja-
think anybody could shit their pants right now. And it's out of the blue. He's not even trying to shit in pants right now.
Yes, anyone can shit their pants. Okay.
I'm glad I got the glass on so you can
Anyone
see my eyes
can throw
absolutely
up and
bulging out of
anyone
my
can
head.
pee. But if you knew somebody who had a habit of pissing the bed, would you let them sleep in the same bed with you?
If they need a bed real bad, sure.
Oh, I don't
I'm
believe
not,
you.
I'm
Come
not
on.
I
denying a
don't
bed.
fucking
No.
believe you.
I don't
No.
mind a wet blanket, so I would let them.
No.
Lying.
Hey,
If I'm in the bed, I would just be like, "Hey, man, just don't piss this time."
but this
And
person,
then they
Hey,
do.
the
promise
biggest
and I understand that
issue.
that's an issue for them.
No,
Ah,
Josh,
shucks.
you gotta listen to this. The biggest issue is that they shit the
Yeah,
swimsuit
I understand.
and gave it back.
Without
they said
telling her.
nothing.
But do you see?
And I had a similar experience personally when
that's
I was
why
a
you're-
kid.
That's why you're so upset.
I didn't have
Also
a
because,
personal
like-
experience, and I am upset.
You're crazy. I'm gonna say everything.
You can tell your story.
You're crazy and you're freak. That's what I'm gonna say.
I'm
I
just
rest my
saying,
case.
Them
Thank
being,
you.
I rest my
them
case.
being an asshole has nothing to do with them having IBS.
Well, them having an asshole does.
We did. Oh my God, Joshua.
So I think people with IBS can borrow. They just can't be an ASHOLE.
They can borrow shirts.
Correct.
Well, not long.
Yes.
I actually wear kind of long shirts, so you can't borrow my shirts.
You cannot borrow undies, swim bottoms, or any other kind of bottom pants.
or socks.
Yes.
Because I know what you're doing with those socks.
Correct. I
You're
was thinking the
shitting in
same
them.
thing.
If I lend Christian,
Christian doesn't have IBS diagnosed.
he doesn't have IBSD. The D is for diagnosed.
Right.
If I lend Christian my underwear, it's sort of like when you give a friend and like a friend asks you for $100. It's as soon as I hand it off to you, I do not. That $100 is gone. If I'm
Okay,
giving
hang on.
Christian my unmentionables, they are no longer mine. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
ask for underwear back.
Yeah.
But listen, Josh, this is gonna solve your issue. They
you got a
should've
lot
just
of issues,
fucking
but this will
bought
solve
one.
it.
Huh?
One, they should have bought their own. And two, if you are giving somebody who has issues with incontinence, even though I don't really think that's what IBS is.
Bowel incontinence. Well,
They have an
irritable
Irritable bowel
bowels.
Yes.
syndrome. It's not like you can't, like, you have a second or two.
sometimes.
But incontinent people, they don't even, like, it just comes out.
What happens if there aren't an
I'm
island?
sorry. I'm not sure where I'm going with that. But anyway, listen. Don't you? I see you trying right now.
Yeah, Joshua, your point's fucking dumb. We're
No,
not
Yeah,
listening.
what are
it
you
doesn't
trying?
make any sense.
Let's
We're
hit it.
gonna
Let's-
beat you
Hey,
down.
we're not getting to the wedding story in this half. We got one more story before the break from r/relationship_advice. My boyfriend just told me something devastating. How can I salvage this relationship?
break up.
That's probably
It's
right.
the first of the month.
Me, for context, me and my boyfriend, 25 female, 33 male, have been dating for 6 months.
Oh, for sure, break up.
I was single for about 8 months before dating him, and he was single for about 6 years.
Break up.
Whoa.
So we started talking about 4 months before actually going out and dating each other. These 6 months have been great. We communicate well with each other. We love each other's families, push each other to do new things, and both share an interest in cooking and love trying new recipes together. We began spending every weekend together, and I would sleep over 2 nights out of the week. Strange little hints that things were off started happening about 2 weeks ago, though. He would reply with shorter text to my messages. He just got a new office and would spend time over there and cancel our weekend sleepovers. And I noticed a slight distance when he would call. He's talking to his phone out here instead of over here. I'm just on speakerphone, babe.
Yeah, babe, I can hear you. Yeah.
Today, he asked if he could drop by before going to his office and told me he was... I feel like there needed to be a full pause here, a full sentence break. Today, he asked if he could stop by before going to his office. And he told me that he's not over his ex.
Oh, wow.
For context...
Oh,
His ex from 6 years ago.
that's why.
For
he's
context,
been
this was a
single.
girl he dated 6 years ago. And he says that she broke his heart. But it turns out that they work together. And recently, he's told me that he feels for her situation because she's going through a lot right now. He told me that it's purely emotional and he wants to be fair to me and tell me.
Someone's shitting her. Swim trunks.
He told me
Shut
that
the fuck up, Josh.
She's going through a lot.
he told me that he wasn't sure if we needed a break so he could figure out what to do. I told him I needed a couple days to think and collect my thoughts. Then promptly went inside to cry. I truly do love him and everything about him, and I want to know if it's still worth trying to salvage and getting hurt, or if there's no moving past something like this that has so many strings attached. Sorry. I mean, I assumed that's strings. It said stings. Something that stings. Guys, I'm bad at reading. I'm very much a skimmer.
Oh,
Is it the sunglasses?
No, it's the brain. How do I go about opening a conversation, asking if he wants to move on, or if this is really done with him and his ex?
It's clearly not really done. He clearly still has feelings for her.
Not even worth
according
your
to who?
time.
Him?
Yes.
Oh,
She's going
you
through
have
a lot.
You have
guys.
what's that called? A source, first hand account?
Uh-huh.
Wow. And you think that's good
Wow.
evidence?
Yes.
You think that's good enough evidence?
What are you, a journalist?
He's only emotionally cheating, guys. And he came up front about it. So it's not even really cheating. He's just emotionally cucking you.
Emotionally cooked. Oh no. That's worse than real cooking.
And she's
he-
having a hard time. She's going through it.
Did he disclose that he was also working with this person? Like, have you known that the whole time?
Yeah, that's a big.
They don't say in here, so.
Because if it's all of a sudden he's acting weird and, oh, come to find out his ex, who he's still in love with, works with him this whole time, that's pretty fucked.
Well, but he just changed his work or something, so maybe it was the ex now.
Moved
works.
offices or something
Yeah,
like
so
that?
maybe now they're in the same office building or something. Regardless, that should have been something. I mean, 6 years is crazy.
Yeah.
What did she do to you, man? There's no way. I'm
Touched
sorry.
his
6
penis.
years? Get over it.
Yeah.
How
for
old
sure.
are they?
He is 33.
Brother.
Oh my god.
That's like 20% of your life that you've wasted
Yeah.
yeah.
fawning over someone who doesn't want your ass.
Correct.
What's going on?
She was having a rough time of it back then still. Like, she's been having a hard time.
For 6 years.
Yeah, mostly 6 years. And the little bit they dated before that. It's mostly just been him that's been causing her a hard time.
She's his boss.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
Update. I went over to talk with him just a few minutes ago and broke it off. Good for you, girlie. The conversation didn't go at all how it went in my head, but I think I got my point across. I told him if he still had to heal and get over her, he would have to do it by himself because I wasn't a second option or his safety fallback. I wished him well, but the way he was talking makes me think he'll inevitably get tangled up with her again. Trying not to let that bother me. Thank you, everyone, for your kind words and some of the harsher ones that removed the rose-colored glasses for me.
Nope.
And also thank you for all the advice. I'm hurting, but I can begin healing from this.
You have to break up with him.
Yeah. Not worth
you
your time.
saying I need a couple days to think, and him saying, "Do you think we should take a break?" He's going to fuck his ex.
Mm-hmm. Or he already has.
Correct. Or he's thinking about it, which is also bad.
Mm-hmm.
Leave him.
Have you noticed an extra chair in your bedroom?
Well, any last words before we go to this break?
Okay,
No,
bye.
thank you.
We're going to take a break just like this relationship.
Oh my god.
6 years long.
Oh my god.
There she goes. Okay.
And welcome back on this side of the break. Let's see if Molly wants to calm the heck down. How about that, Molly? Maybe you'll, Molly, enjoy hearing this week's.
Circle jerk. What the hell is a circle jerk?
And that's where we judge around this circle, which pretty
That
much
is
just
sick as hell.
means you guys get to judge us instead of us always judging other people is the bit.
Sometimes.
And this
Sometimes.
week,
Sometimes it's whatever the frick we want.
That's right. It's our show.
old pissy chomped Josh's bit.
What the hell?
We're doing music video comments.
Whoa!
Yeah!
A fan favorite.
Yay.
These are all, I want to say influential, but all these songs give me instant nostalgia of being a child. They almost all have some kind of a core memory attached to them. And the first one that has to be on here. Any guesses which one it's going to be?
Who
Good
let
Charlotte.
the dogs out? Oops.
Good guess. I feared that we might have done that one before, so I left it off the list. Good guess. First concert. You're thinking of first CD, and it's Blue by Eiffel 65.
of course.
Good Charlotte's
Blue
going on
Dabba
tour.
Dee.
I don't want to see him. Oh, did you want to see him?
I was just thought you would.
No. Benji sold out when he got married to Carmen Diaz. Is that her name?
Cameron.
Cameron Diaz. She's been out of the scene so long I forgot her name.
Was he used to date Avril?
Maybe it's the other brother that married.
Doesn't the lead singer Good Charlotte have like an insane dating history?
Yeah.
Is that who I'm thinking of?
And he's not that good looking. Like, it is just like.
Yeah, but he made I Don't Want to Be in Love. So
I
That's-
don't wanna be loved.
And so this song we were looking for is Blue by Eiffel 65. First CD Christian ever bought. I fucking love this shit.
the CD was called what?
It might have been Europop.
That sounds right.
And I feel like I have to double check it now.
No, you were correct.
Really?
I didn't know they were twins.
Yeah.
Which one's named Charlotte?
So Joel married Nicole Richie,
It was Europop. Good job, Christian.
and then Benji married Cameron Diaz.
Benji's a cool name. Anyways,
It's just Benjamin, but he goes by Benji.
Nathaniel Tavington
You know.
commented this. Remembering all those years ago when we had fun and we hoped for the future, we could hang out at the mall or the park without cops breathing down our necks, without city ordinances saying we couldn't go anywhere without an adult. We danced, we laughed, we sang, we hoped for the future. I wish I could have those years back. Those years where every day was an adventure. Everything was colorful and fun and made you feel alive.
This album came out in like 2000, 2001.
Like 1999, I think.
Pretty crazy to type that post. Like he's reminiscing to when the 90s
Yeah.
when we had like intense race dynamics and like police beating people in the 90s because of lead in the fucking gasoline.
Yeah, but
you're reminiscing for a past that didn't exist. You just didn't hear about it as much.
I'm assuming they were a child because they were really big on not having authority figures breathing down their
Crime
necks.
is way lower now.
Yeah, but like
I guess the police presence is increased.
I
Those things are not
was
lower.
able to throw rocks at trains back then. I can't throw rocks at trains anymore.
Yeah, because you have a kid and a job, you'd get fired. And
Yeah.
like
So you get the point.
If you're kidless and don't have a job, you can throw rocks at trains.
I want to see. You're kind of job. I mean, you got an alternative lifestyle job.
Thank you.
I want to see you throw fucking rocks at trains.
Alternative lifestyles of the podcaster's famous. We're not doing Good Charlotte.
We're not doing Good Charlotte, which this is how I know I don't want to go to the concert. I didn't even remember to put them on the list, and they're one of my fucking 4 stories I have.
Yeah.
Next song, Crazy Town or Butterfly by Crazy Town.
You my butterfly.
Sugar, baby.
Come my lady.
Come, my lady.
And this one, I had to take 2 comments
Whoa. You broke the rules.
I broke the rules, but god damn.
An honorable mention.
And this one, you know what? I should have spaced this one out from Eiffel 65. I feel like I'll just read it in this order. My dad loved this song. Never knew what it meant when we listened to it, but now I feel like it was more meaning than... I'm going to start that over. My dad loved this... Don't shake your head at me like that.
I was shaking my head, yes. I'm like, you got it, babe. You can do this.
My dad loved this song. Never knew what it meant when listening to it, but now I feel like it has way more meaning than intended. R.I.P. Dad, see you again. And then let me pull up the lyrics real quick to Butterfly.
Yeah. Such a sexy,
See,
pretty little thing.
Fierce nipple piercings. You got me sprung with your tongue ring.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, because you love and gets me high. So keep you by my side. There's nothing I won't try. This really...
Yeah.
It's come, my lady.
Yeah.
Like
jizz.
Yeah.
And you're like, this reminds me of you, Dad. This one...
This song has so much more meaning than
this
I thought.
load goes out to you, Pops.
Oh, God.
I'm busting these ropes for you, Dad.
Oh, gross.
Such a sexy, pretty little thing. What a good song, man. I love that song.
It does rock. I didn't realize, like, one of the guitar players for Red Hot Chili Peppers isn't in it. Flea, I guess, is playing a fucking... The other one.
The guitar?
Flea's playing a saxophone or some bullshit. I didn't even know there was a saxophone in the song.
I guess that song
I wasn't listening close
I
enough.
guess that song is more multi-layered than I thought.
It's a little deeper than you'd realize.
Yeah.
And then here's just another classic. By the way, this comment's from 6 years ago. Back then, few mobile phones, no mobile data, internet, no Instagram, no Facebook, no Twitter, just friends hanging out. Good conversations, amazing interactions, no distractions. Much more focused on things that seem to be forgotten. Oh, how things have changed. And this is from 2019. I feel like we've also had another renaissance of how things have changed.
Yeah.
I want this person to come back and start complaining about AI. Everybody has brain rot.
You could even just complain about Facebook and Twitter, and it's completely different complaints than it was in 2019.
Facebook's fucking dead. Twitter sucks. It's run by a fucking pig.
Well, for now.
For now. It's not even called Twitter anymore. Take me back to simpler times.
the good years of 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before I knew there was
Years?
COVID.
Yeah. I sort of lived two days at once, so it's sort of
Honestly,
29.
I wouldn't mind. 2019 wasn't bad for me.
Yeah.
2019 was a pretty good year.
It was pretty good
I
for
think
us.
it's good.
My worst
I think
year.
It's,
Oh,
That
never
sucks.
mind. We won't go back.
you don't want to relive all of that?
No, I'm okay.
Well, we won't go back then just for you.
Hey, we'll go on to the next song just
We
for
do
you.
have a time machine, but we aren't going to use it.
Yeah. Next song, Pretty Fly for a White Guy by The Offspring.
That's right. Do you want the lore now or later?
Give it to me later. 14 years ago, I'm at university. I met a fellow student who looked just like that guy. The style, the attitude, the clothes, The sly smirk, the facial features, the cluelessness when it came to his own cheesiness. The resemblance was uncanny. To this day, he's still one of my best friends.
Whoa.
And although his current style is nothing like it was back then, deep down, he'll always be pretty fly for a white guy. And he's going to become a dad, too. Flo, if you're reading this, love you, man.
Flo?
Yeah.
FLO?
Yep.
Oh.
Nobody named Flo should have a kid. I'm definitely including the progressive lady.
Yeah.
The person who says, give it to me, baby, is Teo's aunt. Teo.
What the fuck?
I've definitely told you this.
You
before,
have
Christian.
told me, and Teo, stop having lore.
Yeah, that is Teo's aunt. She was a
What the fuck?
voice actress in LA.
Fuck you, Teo.
She also voices Jahira in Baldur's Gate 2 and 1. So actually, I don't know if Baldur's Gate 1 has voice acting or not. But
What's the one we're playing now?
3.
3.
and Jahira's in it,
But it's not her.
but it's not the same voice actress.
Unfortunate. That would have been crazy. Jahira's insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She's
like
been-
in a good way. She's like a good character.
yeah,
I liked her. I thought she was pretty cool.
she's fine.
Real tough.
All the things you
Old
said.
battle axe.
Yeah.
All the things she said by Tattoo.
All the things she said, all the things she said.
The Russian lesbian duo that wasn't
Yep.
actually lesbian.
How did you? I can't believe you're really in tune with the queer culture, Josh. You really make me look like a freaking asshole here.
Thank you.
Yeah, it turns out they're just gay for pay, basically.
Oh.
I thought they were forced to be gay by
Yeah.
their like record label.
Yeah, this was a classic. A dude was like, "Hey, there's a bunch of boy bands. What if we had a girl band?" And they kissed.
Yeah. Great song though.
It is a great song.
You can't argue with the results, unfortunately.
And I'm pretty sure it's like when you look into it, one of them's like, it's just like such a sapphic romance where you're just like, no, she's just my best friend, and I guess I've just never felt this way about anybody, and I guess I kind of liked when we kissed. And then the other one's like, yeah, no, we're just kind of forced to do, and I hope my son doesn't turn out to be gay.
Oh no.
It's like what?
Oh no.
It's like what?
Whoa.
Well.
So cool people. I mean, they do live in Russia, and I can understand. I think it's still bad, and I feel like in America we have a lot of people that think being gay is bad, and I'm like, you're a piece of shit.
Okay.
So I guess I shouldn't give her the she lives in Russia pass as an
Correct.
excuse,
Yeah.
huh?
Right.
One member of Tattoo, you kind of suck, I guess.
Ta.
Also, Tattoo, because it's got a bunch of periods in between it. I guess it's just like a Russian saying. It's like this girl loves that girl or something like that.
Oh, it literally is just called. They get if the band was called Lesbian.
Yeah. And then, what are you saying? Writes this. Good song. Me and my friend used to listen to this while we drank beer. He passed away 1 week ago. He was only 55. R.I.P. Benny K. My good friend. You're in God's peace now, buddy.
All the things she said, all the things she said, running through my head.
We need like an orchestral, scary, like sad movie, like all the things.
Oh my God, we need a remake of it. I think it's really cool for 50-year-olds to be listening to this at the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To get
that's it.
drunk
Drinking
to this
beer.
song at the bar kind of rocks.
I bet you Benny K knew about the problematic
Oh, yeah.
origins of this song, but was like, and I feel bad for two.
Yeah.
And Taz kind of a piece of shit.
Turns out Tad wasn't that great of a person. And going right into the next problematic person here. Here's Headstrong by Trapped,
Okay.
who, Headstrong, I'll take you on. He's a piece of shit, it turns out. But, bruh, Omadir, O-M-A-I-R, Omadir.
Bro-mater.
Bruh, Omadir.
All right.
I was 4 years old when I heard this song on MX Unleashed, the best game to ever exist.
Yep.
I played MX Unleashed all the time when I was 5. Kindergarten came around and I couldn't play anymore. I was so fucking pissed. These are the best days ever. I wish things were always like that. Then, once you get older, life starts to hit you and responsibilities. God, I wish I was 4 again, damn it.
Was he 5 typing that?
Your 5-year-old's your responsibilities as a 5-year-old were too much?
To imagine peaking at 4 is crazy, dude.
Peaked at 4. Oof.
Peaking at 4 is so fucking sick.
Pre-K peak.
Remembering
Peak.
being 4 is crazy.
Yeah, honestly.
Well, you only really remember memories that are like super important when you're like that young, right?
Yeah.
Headstrong.
Playing MTX with that strong
Yeah.
by Trapped is like
That's pretty
What
important.
is that game?
motocross.
Motocross. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know if MTX is the one that like it's like the X Games or not, but like those games were like such a weird staple in like every young boy's life from that period. And no one who I know who drove dirt bikes played them.
Nope.
And no one who I know who I guess that's the only. But like it's like everybody fucking played them.
Yeah.
And they were awesome. And back in the day when they had video games used to have sick ass fucking soundtracks like Headstrong by Trapped.
They did used to have just sick ass soundtracks.
Tony Hawk, Pro Skater.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely insane with the Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I do like. Part of me is, I mean, Goldfinger. We listen to Goldfinger or Superman by Goldfinger, and it's like it's only because of Tony Hawk.
Yeah. Well,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's still a good song.
I
But
listened
we'd
to
have never
Goldfinger's other hits, actually.
Name one other hit. Superman
Wonder
Remix
Woman.
2020.
They did a movie tie-in with Gal Gadot,
He
actually.
just has one for each superhero.
Batman's not my favorite, all right? The Joker, pretty good.
That's their villain arc.
Yeah. Well, Joker was good in one comic. He was a socialist.
Did I do you justice, Josh?
League? What?
Did I do you justice chomping your bit?
No, you can continue. We don't need to
Damn.
wait, and we don't need to like sit on it.
Okay. Yeah, it sucks to hear. I thought I would make you proud, Dad.
I thought you did good, babe.
After the Circle Judge, we always have a listener submitted sound. This sound comes to us from B. Hi, Judgy babies.
Hello, B.
Don't say my name, but feel free to call me B. You got it. I was listening to episode 255 and related to the listener submitted sound so much. I'm constantly making up little jingles about things, and they play in my brain when I'm experiencing different situations. Currently, this is what's been happening inside my head anytime I have to go to the bathroom. I'll get stuck in my head for hours at a time. Love you so bad. Mwah, B.
Love
Just
you
go to
so
the bathroom.
bad. Wow.
Just go to the bathroom then. That way you don't have to have it in your head for hours.
I'm about to piss my pants, piss my pants, piss my pants. I'm about to piss my pants, that's what I know for sure. I'm about to shit my pants, shit my pants, shit my pants. I'm about to shit my pants, that's what I know for sure.
Wheels in the bus go round and round.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you, B. M to the B?
No.
The sign next to Erica says "Oh Air,"
Oh, air.
and I thought Aurora would find that funny.
I could not see it, and I didn't know what you were talking
it's an
about.
on-air sign, but there's a bottle in front of it.
I thought you were talking shit about me. And what's that say about me?
I also thought he was talking shit about me.
Yeah, I was trying to do it nonchalantly.
Oh,
to
air.
not distract.
Brother,
from the-
you're not nonchalant. You're the
Yeah.
most
Yeah.
chalant person I've ever fucking met in my life.
He leaned over so dramatically.
Molly.
Molly.
Have you seen? I just saw it. It was like a bunch of dudes who were saying animal sounds nonchalantly until we
Oh,
cringe.
I saw
It
that.
was
too.
so funny. The one guy went up and he was just like, "Moo." No, it was a wolf howl. So he's like, "Ow!" Like, "Ow!" It was so good. It was so funny.
She's cringing.
I am.
Erica's cringing.
Yeah.
Oh, and
That's
you
when we
enjoyed
would
it.
stop recording.
I don't like
TikTok.
cringe.
You smiled.
It was
You smiled.
an empathetic.
So you like cringe.
Oh, so you were
No.
feeling the joy he was feeling. Interesting.
No.
After
it was
listener
a-
submitted
okay.
sound, we have a listener submitted story. This one comes to us from, please don't use my name. Hi, Judgies.
Hello.
Hello.
I would like Christian to pick my name. SR name.
SR.
Susie. Riveter.
Rosie's sister.
We'll just call you Susie because I can't think of an SR name.
You did.
I'm not gonna say Susie Riveter every time. Or maybe I will. If you can, please read this on the main pod. I just graduated college yesterday.
Congratulations.
Wow.
And
That's so
I'm poor
impressive.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been listening since season 1, so I feel like a real one, to be honest. And
Wow.
to be honest, you're a real one for that.
Wow.
I'm writing this as I'm listening to your season 5 recap episode. I felt moved to share this story after hearing y'all read the listener's story about their first dick pic being their brother's. So, here we go. My first dick pic was, in fact, not my brother's. I'm not a nerd. JK. I am. I was just a child with unmonitored internet access. I had my first iPhone when I was 15 and a sophomore in high school. I was fortunate enough to have my phone and my phone plan paid by my father, or so I thought.
Rich.
I know Josh isn't very familiar with how iPhones work, so here's some context for you, Joshy.
Josh is a fucking idiot.
If
is
you
what
buy
they
multiple
said.
phones for the same plan, they can all be connected through the same iCloud account.
No shit.
This means any phone on the family plan has access to each other's photos, emails, and texts.
And songs.
At the same time as me getting my phone, my parents were also in the middle of a messy divorce, sparked by infidelity.
Oof.
The phone was definitely a pity gift.
They really hate America.
Anyways, all that for context, I think you may be able to tell where this is going. A newly single 50-year-old man in the era of dick pics and Tinder, and a young innocent child of God with unfettered access to his phone, not by choice. One fine October morning, I was sitting in my car with my boyfriend of the time before school, and I wanted to show him a picture I had taken on my phone. I typed in my password and clicked on the photo app, blissfully unaware of what I was about to come face to face with.
Oh, God.
That's right, you guessed it. A 15-year-old in front of my first ever boyfriend who I'd only been dating for like a month at this point. I opened my phone to a 4K crystal clear image of my father's one-eyed wonder weasel.
Ugh.
Of course, I was absolutely horrified, and I made my boyfriend delete it so I didn't have to look at it any further. I then texted my father, as casually as I could, and told him I think some of those... Sorry, I'm like getting stumbled over my words. That's all right.
You got
I
it.
then texted my father as casually as I could and told him I think some of his photos were being downloaded to my phone. He responded that they weren't and that I was wrong. Classic response from a classic narcissist. I recovered the best I could and went about my day. But that is not where the story ends. A couple months later, my father gets a new phone, and when he sets it up, he's not only connected our photos through iCloud as before, but this time our phone numbers were attached too. I wasn't too concerned about my privacy because at 15, I was a Snapchat fiend and never used iMessage anyway. But my Gen X father sure did. Every time a message would come through, I would silence the notifications on my phone. It was mostly work stuff or just normal text messages until one fateful day. I was at school and it was lunch. I do not remember what the text said that my father was responding to, but it was rather innocuous. Something about not being able to find the trumpet for a show that my father was putting on through the restaurant that he owned.
What a sentence.
Yeah,
That's a story on its own.
yeah. I own the restaurant. I get to play the trumpet at the restaurant.
That's in case somebody else, if someone doesn't pay and they walk out, that way somebody else has to pick up the tab. That is.
Skanking over there.
Woo.
What I do remember, because it is burned into the back of my skull, was my father's response. Hide the trumpet? Is that what we're calling what we did this morning? I called my sister crying, as any sane person would, and it turns out that she's a tech genius and helped me disconnect our phones. Turns out my dad is just dumb, and iPhones don't have to be synced like they were. Mm-hmm. So to conclude, there was no happy ending. I was eternally scarred, but I have never gotten his text since. I know that was really long, but I feel like you guys would have enjoyed reading this.
I
If
did
it didn't
enjoy
come
it.
from my father and was not in that context, hiding the trumpet is pretty damn funny. Anyways, if you end up reading this one on the main episode, I'll pee my pants, toot that ass up, and spank me silly. Over and out, Susie Riveter.
Is that a
Goodness.
Wow.
threat? don't you don't have to piss your pants.
Yeah, please don't do that if you're borrowing someone
it.
else's pants.
Do it.
Better not
Do
be
it.
somebody else's bed.
Ooh, get that blanket wet.
Josh doesn't care if it's his bed. You can piss in
Yeah,
Josh's
you
bed.
can piss in his bed. It's okay.
It's your
As long
bed,
as you
too.
tell him beforehand. If he
Yeah,
knows that you might
then-
pee in your bed, he'll tell you, hey, don't pee in my bed tonight.
Yeah.
if
And then you can do it anyway because
Well, there's nothing you can do about it. He asked you not to. He's could
Yeah.
be mad that you have a bed pissing.
I don't
I
think
don't know.
I
I just don't know many people have IPS. Is all.
I piss
Sometimes.
sometimes.
I piss sleeping.
Sleeping. Yes. I don't know what accent that was. Yes.
That was your dad.
Ah, it's fucked up. Sorry, guys.
Sorry for what?
Fucked up. Oopsie.
So, I mean, so if a dad's playing a trumpet at the restaurant, he's throwing around hog for
I
sure.
want to
right?
know. Did your dad figure out that you did see his wiener and that you did read his dirty text messages, or like, are we just gonna let him pretend like it didn't happen? Because I feel like he should know.
I really like the word wiener as a descriptor for a dick you don't want to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
You know what? I don't want to see a wiener. That's for sure.
Yeah. I don't want to see your wiener.
Thoughts on Anthony Weiner?
I don't
Gross.
know who that
Bad
is.
guy.
Don't want to see his wiener.
I don't
I don't want to see
a wiener.
him.
Who is it?
Or he's a
He's
politician.
Politician, yeah.
Oh.
Is that the
With
one
a
that-
name like Wiener.
Wiener.
Yeah, he got
Yeah.
That's what he got caught doing.
Wiener.
Doing things with his
Sending
wiener.
out
He
wiener.
sent out dick. He got dick pics. He's like the first person to get, first politician to get caught with the dick pic. But he also like, we don't need to get into politics.
He's a piece of shit,
Read the
right?
next
Wasn't he
story.
just on a podcast and he ended up being a piece of shit? Next story coming to us from Am I the Asshole with an H? Am I the asshole for saying my brother shouldn't have brought his pregnant girlfriend to my wedding and then refusing to let her be in my wedding photos?
No.
Interesting. Okay.
I got married last weekend. I'm still so pissed off at what my brother did.
Why?
He took all the attention off of me and my husband. Normally, I don't feel the need to be the center of attention, but this was my freaking wedding day. I feel like it's all anyone was talking about during the wedding, and now it's like the main thing any of them even remember from the entire event.
It's certainly true for you.
It was a destination wedding within the U.S., so nothing crazy. We had one day in Oregon, we had one day in Washington, nothing crazy. We kept the guest list to our families, immediate and extended, as well as our closest friends.
That's
a
what a guest list is. What
That's
do you
normal. We kept the guest list a little bit.
mean? To everyone we know.
Yeah, everyone we know. We didn't.
If we didn't know you, you were not invited.
Yeah. If you're
My-
not our friend, personal family, extended family.
Or otherwise.
Or a +1 even.
My parents paid for our immediate family to arrive about 5 days ahead of time. So it was my parents, my sister, and I initially, and then my brother arriving a few days later. We knew my brother was bringing a date. No big deal. He said he was just bringing a girl from school. He didn't even call her his girlfriend officially. My parents showed up at the airport to pick up my brother, and there he was, hand in hand with an obviously pregnant girl that none of us have ever met before.
Ooh.
My parents were obviously taken aback. My brother greeted them like everything was normal. And according to my mom and my parents didn't really know what to do or say.
Why don't you just ask your child what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Maybe open up a
communicate.
line of communication as an adult.
They get their way later. Then he just said, "Surprise!" My poor mom almost fainted and claims my dad yelled out, "What the fuck have you done?" He introduces us to this girl, but doesn't clarify if she's his girlfriend and doesn't give us much info at all, really.
Does he clarify if he's a baby daddy?
It was very weird. It was obvious that she was uncomfortable. She said she wasn't feeling well and needed to go lay down after the flight. So at dinner, it was just our family as she was resting. We were all awkwardly sitting around the table eating dinner, barely saying a word. And then my mom finally says, "Kyle, is that your baby?"
Nominative determinism.
By then, we all assume it was, but my mom needed confirmation. The lack of any real explanation or details from him up till then was just odd. He admitted it's technically not his baby,
What do you mean technically?
Oh.
Okay.
but
What?
he's in love with her and intends on being the father to the baby anyway.
Noble.
Oh.
Noble gentleman.
He's the father that
He's
stepped
the
up.
father that stepped up, absolutely.
The actual father isn't involved and doesn't want to be. And if they get married, then he can adopt the baby so he'll legally be the father. She's living with him, and none of us knew this either. He's been her main support person throughout the entire thing. She's 28 weeks pregnant.
Wow.
It's a little over half cooked.
Yeah. I think this was worse than what we had all assumed. He's so in love with her that he's going to take on the responsibility of her child and marry her.
How is that
Yeah,
worse?
we've never
Yeah,
even heard
I feel
of
like
her.
that's better.
That's so much better.
yeah.
How is that worse? How is that so much worse?
How old are they? That's
I mean, they seem young.
He didn't
If
get the
he's-
bus.
If she was from school, which gives college vibes.
Yeah.
or high school.
It says right here he's 21.
Okay.
That was like 3 sentences later.
That could be high school.
True.
He's Kyle. He's non-determinism.
He said he has mentioned her quite a few times, and maybe he's mentioned her name in passing, not to me, but maybe to my parents, but never said that she was his girlfriend or pregnant. None of us understand. He's 21, about to graduate college, planning to attend law school next, and he's an attractive guy. Why would he
Ew.
do
Okay.
this?
None of these things are important to this at all.
right.
My parents, especially my mom, were stressing out about it all weekend long throughout the entire wedding. It was like my wedding became an afterthought. All my parents could talk about was how to make my brother change his mind about this girl. Then, when the wedding photographer was taking family pictures, he wanted her in them. That was really the breaking point for me. She isn't even family. None of us knew about their relationship, and we just met her 2 days prior. She shouldn't be in our official family pictures for my wedding. It's like, forget the bride and the groom. Look at the random heavily woman hitching herself to my brother.
Heavenly?
What?
It says heavily.
Heavenly.
Heavily.
I think they mean heavily,
Heavily pregnant.
pregnant.
Heavenly.
Heavenly
angel.
pregnant women.
Mary Magdalene of sorts.
But no,
I mean, not Mary Magdalene. Mother Mary of sorts.
obviously.
Are they not the same person?
No.
I thought they were.
No.
You guys both being so for real right now?
One's a
Yeah.
prostitute.
One's a whore and the other one is Mary Magdalene. Oh no. Christians don't come for me. Mother Mary was Jesus' mom. Mary Magdalene was a prostitute that Jesus washed her feet and stuff.
Treated her with
Okay.
respect.
Yeah, Jesus hung out with a prostitute with the same name as his mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're telling me this guy didn't fuck.
Yeah. Okay. I
Plot
told my
twist, it still was his mom.
What?
Joseph was like, I'm not having sex with my wife. Oh, Mama, part 1 BC. AD?
I'm
During.
gonna cut you off right
What are
there.
the year-
I'm gonna cut you off right
What are
there.
the
No, I
years-
told
hang on,
him
No, this isn't super important. BC
before Christ,
AD
Ani
after death.
Domino.
But what's the 32 years while Jesus was kicking it? 33 years.
BC's. Before his death. I mean,
Oh, is it before Christ's death? Okay. Is there 33 years unaccounted for is what I'm going for.
that's a good question. I guess I don't know. I'm just fucking making shit up here. I'm just fucking lying to you, Josh. Don't worry about it. I told my brother no. I refused to let her be in the photos.
I would have done the same thing.
My mom made me allow her to be in one picture,
No.
but said we don't have to buy that one or put it on display anywhere. And this just made my blood boil.
Bye. Do you not get all of them?
You get all of them.
And it's like school pictures. No, it's like school pictures.
It's like getting off a roller coaster. You're like, well, you just went with that one.
Anyways, I don't think he should have brought her. There was no reason to bring her to my wedding, especially without warning. I mean, it's all my side of the family could talk about. And he was reticent. He was reticent to even correct them about it not being his baby. I've never seen that word before in my life. He said that because it was awkward for her to have to explain the full scenario to everyone. So he just let people think that what they wanted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he wouldn't at least say something. Everyone was gossiping and wondering about it the whole time. I'm posting this because I'm upset that several friends and even my own mom are telling me I'm overreacting and just need to accept this. When I told a group of my coworkers about it after the fact, because they weren't invited to the wedding, they agreed with me and thought that what my brother did was absolutely insane and rude. Mm-hmm. Update. You got anything to say?
Well, I just feel like, yeah, I've got something to say. I know, shocking. No, I would have done the same thing. Absolutely not. I've never heard of you before ever, and now you're going to be in my wedding photos? No. 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 I don't even care that she's pregnant. That's besides the point. I didn't even want my sister's stupid ass boyfriend to be there. I was about to not give my sister a +1 because I didn't want her boyfriend there. But guess what? He's in my fucking wedding photos.
Yeah.
You should have had him stand at the end so you can just...
Oh, he's not in like the family portraits.
He was in one, but we didn't buy that one.
He's in the reception photos where he's dancing, and I'm pissed about it.
Put a little frowny face sticker on his face.
That's smart.
Yeah.
That was not a real fart.
Sounded pretty good, though.
Chat, that was a real fart.
She's
trying
lying
to
to you.
cover her ass.
Oh my god.
Shit.
What the hell?
Update 4.5 months later.
There's a stinky. Sorry about
That's
that.
a stinky one. Update 4.5 months later. I think I might be about to do what I'm assuming very few people come here to do.
Say they were wrong?
Sharing an update, and I want to say that in hindsight, I think I was actually the asshole in my situation.
Wow.
You can see the original post on my profile. I think I was riding high on wedding hormones and center of the universe vibes at the time.
Sure.
But I've slowly come down to earth in many weeks since I last posted. I let my worry about the gossip about my brother and his girlfriend get in the way of me enjoying my day. There's no way to go back and change it. I also realized that I should have just agreed to do one photo with his girlfriend included.
No.
One photo wouldn't have been important, and it didn't have to be considered the official photo of me and my family.
What, you have a fucking notary?
Instead, I chose to be a bitch to somebody that I was meeting for the first time, and we already felt uncomfortable. For many weeks after I made my first post, I was sure I was not the asshole. My head is deflated, and I've had a talk with my brother about it. We both came to the conclusion that in our family, we didn't really learn how to have difficult conversations about things we knew might make someone else uncomfortable. Which is why I couldn't calmly voice my feelings to my brother on my wedding day, and instead act like a spoiled child. It's also why instead of having a normal conversation with our parents to let them know that he was dating somebody who was pregnant by somebody else, and that he was going to be raising the baby as his own, he panicked and decided to just announce it without actually having to voice it to them at all. And my wedding just so happened to be the first occasion that he had a chance to do so. I don't think he meant to hurt me by doing this. Several people have asked me about an update on my brother and his girlfriend. Well, she's his wife now. They got married.
4 months?
Yep. They're still together. Well, he wanted to adopt the baby.
I guess we don't know how long they were dating for.
They're still together, living together. We've gotten to know her a little better, and she's not as bad as we all wanted to make her out to be. I think she genuinely loves my brother, and my brother loves her. She just happened to be pregnant when they met, and they both acknowledge it's a bit unusual.
Do you love anyone?
My brother is the type who brings all the stray animals home, so I think we all sort of were worried that he just felt bad for her and wanted to help her and protect her.
What?
But I think it's more than that. I went to her baby shower. She seems perfectly normal and nice and really crazy about
And
my
not
brother.
a stray animal that your brother drug home at all. Like, what?
Yeah, and
What a
also
fucking thing
pregnant
to
means
say.
she's bad.
Ooh.
Well, is that a wedlock?
Not a wedlock. The baby's going to be a bastard. The bastard was finally born at 41 weeks, and of course my brother was there. The baby is several weeks old now. Half the time I forget the baby isn't actually my brother's baby and isn't actually related to us by blood. After my wedding, my parents started to get more concerned about the whole situation with my brother. My mom became the most judgmental one. My brother talked to our dad and eventually got him to realize that my brother is an adult and he's going to do what he wants to do. Eventually, my dad was like, "You're right, and I'd rather just support you here." My mom couldn't get on board, though. She wouldn't let herself even give his girlfriend/wife a chance. She convinced herself that my brother was just being manipulated and taken advantage of by this evil woman.
Evil woman.
What do I mean, what, Josh?
Girlfriend/wife. They were married.
Yeah.
Well, they
Wife.
were girlfriend at the time. Now they're wife, and she still is having a hard time with it.
What's wrong with this person?
She told everyone about it, too. So things were sort of tense because I felt somewhat in the middle at this point. But now my mom has been the only person to babysit since the birth. It's like she saw the baby and forgot all about everything. She's all buddy-buddy with the wife now. I'm shocked that this woman has decided to not completely cut my mom out of this baby's life altogether. But perhaps she's a bigger person than all of us.
Well, not anymore.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah.
What a bad person.
Who?
The person writing the story? Being pregnant means you're an animal and that you're a bad person.
Mm-hmm.
And that you, like, the pregnancy is all you are. You're
Well,
not
yeah.
anything else. And that a baby who's not biologically related to you or your brother.
It's scum.
Yeah, like,
I'm glad
yeah.
we're all on the same page here.
Yeah. Yeah, we all agree. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. I stand by what I said about the wedding. I think it's fine that you didn't take pictures
Ricky.
with her. I still stand by that.
I just don't understand why you kind of like, okay, you invited your brother and had a +1.
Uh-huh.
Your brother said yes and a +1. Nobody ever asked a question.
Rob +2.
Right.
That's
Fucked up.
also a you problem.
+2. I'm actually plussing for 2 today.
Plus-ing, huh?
So he brings a +1. You never ask a question about the +1. You had 5 days before the wedding, and your parents had 5 days before the wedding to ask a simple fucking question to like defuse the situation.
And get to know her.
And instead of doing that, you all stewed on your own personal, like, well, he's making it all about him, which he wasn't. He's an idiot, and he's definitely partially in the wrong here. But, like, just fucking ask him, especially the parents. And then you were so hyper fixated on it that you let it ruin your own wedding for yourself. Like, I don't understand this mentality at all. It just seems so self-destructive and not productive at all. Like, why did you let it ruin so much? Just be like, okay, cool, whatever. Because if she wasn't pregnant, this is for the listener. I know you've said your piece. If she wasn't pregnant and he just brought, like, a
this
girl...
is a listener story?
No.
Oh, fuck me.
No.
Okay, good.
If this person wasn't pregnant and he just brought a girl that he was casually dating from college, would you have let her in the pictures? Because it seems
No.
like you really hadn't. I know you said your piece.
Oh.
I'm saying the person. Oh, did I say listener?
Yeah, that's why I panicked.
The Reddit person, like,
I wouldn't have changed my
she
mind.
seems
but-
really she did really hung up on the fact that she was pregnant and he wasn't putting a title on it. Like, I get not wanting her in like the pictures. I also, but like, just get them in one and be like, okay, now just the immediate family, and then we won't buy that one, or just tell the photographer go, and then like, you know what I mean?
Pretend.
Yeah, like why let it ruin your entire fucking wedding and then weeks after the wedding? It makes no sense to me.
Well, here's the thing, Josh. It's a family of chalant people.
No, they're very chalant. That's right.
So that's kind of the problem. It took her 4.5 months to kind of come down off the wedding craze and become nonchalant again.
Yeah.
She finally, the paperwork went through. She took her husband's last name. She became nonchalant.
Like, all she had to do at some point was be like, my parents just keep talking about it. Just say, hey, it's my wedding. Can we just not talk about this around me? And then they won't talk about it. And if they do, then they're pieces of shit. I don't know. It just like, why get so worked up about it?
Because they wanted the attention, Josh. They paid thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to get all eyes on me.
So then you tell them that, hey, pay attention to me. You don't just stew.
There was a whisper network going on, Josh.
It's fucking stupid, man.
Also, the food was beef stew.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's
And
hard
they
not
were
to
stew.
stew when you're eating it.
Bad wedding food.
And it was during the
Agreed.
summer. That's a bad wedding food.
Bad wedding food.
I'm just kidding.
You can say it.
My dad always makes beef stew and chili
It
during the
pisses
summer.
me off so much.
In the summer,
He
It'll
makes
be-
it all year round.
He
100
does.
degrees out, beef stew.
She
For
will literally.
Simpsons fans out there, Texas style chili.
Okay.
No beans.
You have to swallow a candle first before you can eat that bad boy.
Well, the beans are woke.
That's right. It's just so funny when she'll just like, oh, stop by my parents, and she brings chili, and it's like July 19th, and it's like, what are we doing,
Yeah.
folks?
It tastes
It is
good.
good, but it's like
We can't grill
it's like a-
every day.
it's like spaghetti and chili and stew, and it's like these are winter foods. Get these in the winter.
I almost had a song off the Simpsons album on the YouTube comments, music video comments.
You mean the movie soundtrack or
Nope, they released an album called the Yellow Album that I had as a child.
Oh,
Of course you did.
So
I had the Christmas one, but I don't know what that one is.
the Yellow Album is like all original songs, and there's one
Really?
specifically about it's like the 10 Commandments of Bart, and there's a core memory of like one of them is like drop your pants and moon somebody, and it's like I remember I probably had this when I was 5, probably kindergarten. Me and my other friend as little children having our pants all the way down and like mooning people, and like my mom walking and be like, what the hell is happening right now? Why does everybody have their pants off? So there's a little core memory for y'all.
you should comment that on the YouTube video.
Okay, hold up.
I yearn for the days.
And this story, I'm sorry, there's one last story that I have to get in so bad. From our side, am I overreacting?
Yes.
Am I overreacting? She shit with me in the shower. Hello, long-time lurker, first-time poster. Throwaway, because I don't want this affiliated with my main. I, female 22, have been dating this girl, female 21, for about 3 months, and it's been great. The only red flag I've seen before this was she was a bit messy, leaving things without putting them away, including trash. Anyway, yesterday we went to a karaoke club, got super wasted, and she spilled her drink all over us. No big deal. We went to my apartment. We were in the shower, but nothing sexy was happening. Or anything that... nothing sexy or anything because we were too drunk for that. But I remember looking down, and there was a streak on the bottom of the shower. And I asked her what it was. I shit you not, she said, oopsies, I did a poopsies.
Okay, Dochi.
No.
And pushed a ball of shit into the drain with her toe.
Oh my god!
I didn't know what to say. I just kind of stood there. This chick really just pooped. I told myself that she was drunk and we could talk about it in the morning. Fast forward to this morning. We wake up. I could not get what I saw out of my head. And so I tried to keep it light and laugh about the pooping. Maybe try to get it into... I try to keep it light and laugh about the pooping. Maybe try to get into the toilet next time. And she goes on to explain that she just feels comfortable with me and doesn't want to hide who she is anymore.
Oh, you should hide that.
I asked her
Yeah.
if she poops in the shower all the time. And she does.
Oh no.
I asked her if she could refrain from doing that in my shower, and she agreed.
Okay, communication.
I just feel like I can't move past this and look at her the same and kind of want to break up with her now.
You
Uh-huh.
should.
You
Am
got the
I
ick.
overreacting?
No, you
No.
got the ick, baby. You gotta end it.
I think
Yeah.
that's a valid crash out.
Yeah.
I think that's a fully valid. You can break up with her
Yeah. Especially if you just started dating.
as adults.
And she just pooped.
In-
How do you only poop like a ball?
I don't.
Yeah,
How
that
do
was all
you-
that was
Christian,
left.
you got small little poops.
Well, I would poop multiples. Kind of like in a rabbit way. She already stomped down the other ones, and there's just one left.
I think what's crazy to me is like, it's not that I'm forcing shit. Like I'm never shitting a 6.
Okay.
Is that the bad one?
No,
The-
that's-
the hard one.
7's hard.
7 is hard, is like
No.
push.
One's hard. 7's
One is
liquid.
like tiny hard
I'm-
rabbit poops.
I'm not regularly hitting 1s and 2s on the poop scale. I'm not pushing hard. That being said, I don't think I could just be standing and then shit. It's not like peeing. Like
No.
sometimes I'll be in the shower and like I'm
Pee
like,
hits you.
yeah.
I can pee before the shower and then get in the shower and the warm
Yeah.
water hits me. I'm like, oh, gotta pee again.
But I don't think there would ever be an instance in my life where I would just be like washing my hair and then shitting at the same time. I would have to be like squatting and like getting ready to do it. Like,
Yeah.
and shit yourself like that. Like, I don't see a world where I wouldn't have to try to shit.
Right. I thought, based on the title, I thought this girl was in the shower and then the girlfriend comes in,
Took a shit.
In
took
the
a shit
toilet.
in the toilet.
Like a normal person.
Me too.
You wish, honey.
I do wish. I do
Well,
wish.
and so it's hard for me sometimes with these stories because, like, I'm immediately picturing, like, my shower.
Yeah.
And, like, we have a shower only, like a stand-up shower. Like, there's no bathtub section. So ours is just, like, slightly wider
Okay.
than a normal tub shower. If you're in a tub shower, like, because the shit's all got to go the one direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's even worse.
My dad used to do that
That's
to me
saying
when in
something.
high school. I'd shower in the
Oh.
morning and he'd come in and take a shit. He's like, "We only have one bathroom. I'm sorry." And I'm like, "You are literally the worst."
Yeah.
You know what?
And then it'd also be like right when I'm just about to be done with the shower.
So you have to wait.
And now I have to fucking wait for you to get out.
I
And the
do-
poo particle smells mix in with the mist and they linger.
It does. A shit smells so much worse in a recently showered in bathroom.
Yep.
It really traps the stank in there.
The worst.
But, guys, that's all I had for this week.
Thank God. Because that means we're going over to the bonus episode where we read only listener-submitted stories over at patreon.com/judgiespod.
Ooh.
Weekly bonus episode.
Where can they find you, Aurora? What are they here for?
Hi, you can find me at Crust Toucher on Instagram. And you can go to my website, aurorascreaturecorner.store if
Link
you
in
want.
the description.
Link in the description if you would like to see my stickers. Please.
And you can follow us wherever you want. Hit the button, Christian.
Jesus Christ. Oh, new song.
Okay, it only took 2 ups and he's down.
1 for 2, baby.
Well, you're 1 for 3. You didn't get it in the last week's bonus episode.
I didn't try. I hope. Thanks for listening.
The judges love you. Bye.